minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I certainly don't intend to take that much time, but in a few short minutes we're going to break for the July 4th recess, and I just wanted to come forward and on behalf of the veterans of the United States and make the commitment to them that the House and the Senate are going to continue to work to resolve the issues that we've heard so much about. And I'd like to share, if I could, before we go, two stories from veterans, their wait times and neglect that my office has worked to try to help resolve, that I'm hopeful that when we come back we're able to get to a resolution for these men and women that fought for and died for this country so that we can have that July the 4th Independence Day. And so the following stories come from my district. They're stories that we have worked on in our office. They haven't made national headlines, but are very similar to others who have made national headlines. And the first is a gentleman, Mr. Michael Whitley from Ocilla. He was a 100% service-connected disabled veteran with cancer. He was unable to receive that cancer treatment at the VA Medical Center where he received his primary care, and so he had to travel about 3.5 hours to a different facility, even though there was an outstanding cancer treatment facility just 30 minutes away from his home. As his condition worsened, it became more difficult for him to travel. Mr. Whitley's primary care facility promised to approve fee-based treatment, which would be closer to home. Unfortunately, Mr. Whitley died before this care that was closer to home was approved. The second story comes from a 12-page letter, a very heart-wrenching letter, a 3-year-long case that our office has been working to resolve. It's Mr. Willis McCarty from Moultrie, Georgia. He visited his VA primary care provider in February of 2009 for an aortic abdominal aneurysm. His doctor found the aneurysm measured 7.8 centimeters and it required immediate surgery. To quote Mr. McCartney, he told me I was a walking time bomb and that I needed immediate surgery. Mr. McCartney was referred for a surgery consultation at another VA facility and went to the appointment under the impression that he would be admitted for surgery. The vascular surgeon instead sent him home and rescheduled the surgery for a later date. Mr. Cartney writes, the doctor said, "We do not see any immediate danger. We think your doctor overreacted and we're going to send you home for 10 days. Upon returning home, the aneurysm ruptured. Mr. McCartney was rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery where he remained hospitalized for 2 months due to complications. To quote Mr. McCartney, before they took me into surgery, they had to use the paddles on me 2 times. My heart stopped for over 2 minutes. While in surgery, a ventilator was placed down into my lungs to breathe for me. I was in surgery for 6 hours. After the surgery was completed and I was rolled into the ICU, the surgeon told the nurses, "This is a miracle, boy, and I want to keep it that way." I was in ICU for about 3 weeks with the ventilator in my lungs the entire time. While in ICU, one of my lungs collapsed and I developed pneumonia. I was going through hell and didn't even know I was in the world. I was in the hospital about 6 weeks. After his stay, Mr. McCartney received a phone call from the Chief of Staff at the hospital and a VA representative apologizing and admitting guilt on behalf of the VA, assuring him his expenses would be paid and that, quote, the doctor should have never sent me back home. They advised him to file a tort claim and even mailed him the forms to use in filing the claim. Mr. McCartney writes, just the hospital bill was about $125,000. This is not including the bill from the 2 surgeons, pathology, x-ray, etc. Mr. McCartney has been paying these bills out of pocket monthly since 2009. For 5 years, the VA continues to deny his claim, and to this date, the VA has paid nothing. They also continue to deny Mr. McCartney's disability claims. Mr. McCartney's appeal process will likely take another 3 years. Mr. McCartney is 77. In his letter, Mr. McCartney writes, I feel like the VA has given me the runaround, and I served my country, I've done my duty, and was proud and honored to do it. And in return, for Mr. McCartney's 8 years of service, he spent 5 years dealing with this medical trauma, and now expects to spend another 3 years in appeals. Every month he pays the surgeons and the hospital for surgery and complications that the VA is responsible for. And Mr. Speaker, most of the time when we're working with these veterans, they ask us to fix this for one simple reason. Fix it so the next soldier doesn't have to go through this. Not for me, but so the next soldier doesn't have to go through this. We need to resolve these issues for our veterans, and we need to resolve them now. They deserve better. And I want to thank our House VA committee under the leadership of Chairman Jeff Miller, the Democrats and Republicans on that committee, for the work they have done and are doing to make that system better. Before we break for the July 4th independent holiday, I want to make the commitment on behalf of my colleagues in the House of Representatives that while we will be gone from Washington for a week, we will continue to work on these issues to help resolve these issues for our veterans. And I wish each and every one of you a happy Independence Day. And whether you fly the flag in your yard or wear the patch on your shoulder or just keep it in your heart, thank you and God bless America. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield the remainder of my time.